my name's Amanda. I work for Reef Aquaria Design, and today we're going to be changing the GFO on the media reactors at the Key Biscayne Nature Center, the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Nature Center at Key Biscayne. We start off by unplugging the pump and disconnecting the union. And then transported the reactor to a safe space. And we gently dumped out the water from the reactor, and we dumped out the old media into a waste receptacle. You want to make sure that doesn't go down the drain. That will clog your pipes. We also want to make sure we keep track of any O-rings during that process. You want to rinse that top sponge and the bottom sponge. Make sure that there's not too much calcium buildup or sponges, including the sponges or the base plate of the media reactor. And then you want to replace the base downspout and base plate and the bottom sponge. You want to find something to cover the downspout entrance before adding the new GFO. I would recommend starting off with less GFO than you might think you need, especially if your system's been running without a reactor and may have higher phosphates. GFO can pull phosphates out pretty quickly, and that can actually confuse your corals and cause problems. So adding a little bit this week and a little bit more next week until you get your desired results. So once you've added that new GFO, you want to make sure your sponge and your top plate are in place, and your lid. That's all going to fit together. You want to make sure the downspout is hooked into that union and everything's sealed up tight, that there's no GFO granules or any other debris on the O-ring, so you get a really nice locked seal. And then you bring it back to your tank. Hook up those unions for the return and the supply coming from the pump. You just want to make sure that your pump is pumping down the tube and that the return is coming up and out of the other spout. Whether or not you rinse the GFO before or after, you still want to flush it with tank water, because that whole process that we just did is going to disturb the GFO, and you might have crumbled some up. It's going to have some particulates. So I recommend flushing a little bit regardless from your tank, and also running it maybe through a filter sock immediately after the return spout, or into a filter floss, something to that effect, some microfiber, just to collect any extra particulates and prevent those from getting into your system. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.